What goes wrong here, is which I was completing before I took this side note, is the fact that when we have this idealism, we have an idealistic perspective of Islam, when we get into it, we look at leaders, we look at institutions like these all around the world, and we see a lot of mistakes in them. We see a lot of contradictions in them. We see a lot of hypocrisy in it. Even speakers like myself that come on the front lines, you assess them. You say, who is this person telling me all good from the Quran? Let me address this man. Let me, what is his quality? And then you find many mistakes in this being. And you say, well, is it really that good, Islam? Because idealism tells me it needs to be perfect. But I look at this man, he's so imperfect. I become confused. That's why it's so important for people like us who stand on these public front lines to be consistent with what we say. It's so critical. I had a hadith that made my skin crawl. Where the Prophet said, the one who will be in hell, who will butt others in hell, is the one who preached and didn't practice. The one who gave beautiful talks. Like in Surah Munafiqun, Allah said, they have beautiful tongues, they have beautiful presentation. They're like sticks embellished. They look like sticks embellished. Look good, but they're fake. They're not real. Blessed Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Why do we love him? An Imam, Khalifa. The one Allah chose. The one who was the brother of the Prophet from birth. The one who didn't look, he did not open his eyes until the Prophet came to him. When the Prophet took him as a baby, he opened his eyes. The first sight he looked at was the messenger. And last sight that he saw of the messenger was upon the messenger's departure. When the messenger was saying, As-salah, As-salah, and saliva flowed on his chest as the Imam was holding him, caressing the blessed messenger, leaving the world. The Imam went through those years of the Prophet in his 30s. When Imam was in his 30s, he suffered so much pain and agony as a child that he used to go with the messenger everywhere, protecting him. As a young child, when he's asking in the house of Abu Talib, who is going to be my brother, my successor, my helper? And Imam Ali as a young boy stands up and says, I. Imam Ali is consoling me. He's consoling me. He's telling me what is Islam. Showing me a life. He's saying, look at me. Allah chose me. How committed I am. I don't give sweet talk without action. He's consoling me in my direction. If I have letters, I look at the Quran and I read it and I feel blessed. If I want action, I look at the messenger, I look at the Imam. Anybody who disobeys Allah, after these two having come to us, it's a hujjah against us. That Allah says, I gave you complete religion, not half. I gave you enough examples, not half. Your heart wasn't towards me. Your heart was towards shaitan. Your heart was towards your own self. Your heart was towards this material, wasn't it? That's why you never came to me. You came in public and you tried to be famous and you plastered your picture everywhere and you told the world how great you are. Is that why I sent you? You think that this Islam was made to make you famous? You think that when people came to listen to you, you think it is because you are great? Oh, see, Allah teaching me. He said, want a lesson? Then look at the Ma'asumeen. You are nothing. Every breath you take, its value compared to the breath of Ahlul Bayt. The aroma they gave off is big difference between you, O Hassanain. Allahu Akbar. Then Allah is saying to me, you are nothing. By the standards of this man, as he lies today in his deathbed, it's a lesson for me, a lesson for you, brothers and sisters, that we are causing confusion in this world. Islam is not a religion of confusion. It's a religion of truth. But yes, shaitan works hard on us. I agree. We are all at fault. We are at fault 100%. But we need to struggle. We need to move. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify us, to give us a standard by which to live, and to give us that stability. Because at the end of the day, many people I see who are lost, who are indulging in drugs and alcohol and in satanic things, many a times I ask myself, oh Allah, was I the reason this person is this way? Why the reason that maybe I caused this person because of my confused state? Maybe because of my misdeeds. Maybe because of my misrepresentation of your religion, a public figure. Is it because of my hypocrisy, oh Allah, that this person has gone astray? Is it because of me? I don't know. Allah, look at the Imams. Strive in their direction. Don't worry about the people. Don't worry about crowds. Don't worry about popularity. None of this is important. It plays a role, of course. It plays a role, but it's not the goal. The goal is consistency, purity, submission to Allah, like our blessed Imam. Tonight, as he is about to die, I think of how many friends he had. A handful. Blessed Messenger. While he's dying, he passes away. Rahmatul lil alameen. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. He didn't send you but a rahmah for all. Prophet. How beautiful a man he was, that when he died, people were busy dividing the loot for themselves. They were busy taking power for themselves. What happened to the love of the Prophet? What happened to the love of Islam? What happened to the man who gave his life for 63 years, 40 years in silence and 23 years in public? What happened to him? It's important for people. Though he is the greatest mercy for mankind, you find very few people cared for him. That's a lesson for us. A lesson for you and I to follow, brothers and sisters. I don't have much time tonight. I want to do some tafsir, a couple of surahs, and I want you to go into the Quran and help me out with this. One is Surah Hujurat, we will discuss it. Surah Al-Mulk, we will discuss it. Okay, it's two surahs we will discuss. Surah Luqman, we will discuss it. I want you to touch the Quran, all of us, including myself. I want us to discuss the Quran. I want us to understand the Spirit. I want us to be consistent. Once thing is passing for you to put your money in there, I ask finally for your indulgence. That my goal in lectures is to impress you, and I've said this before. My goal is to impress upon us all the spirit and the beauty of Islam. I know it's happening. I know among us, we are very spiritually motivated, we're changing, and I know we will reach it. But don't allow the confusions. When you see misbehavior among leaders, when you see misbehavior among the subordinates, when you see misbehavior among the brothers and sisters, when you see misbehavior in the family, don't be confused. The rahmah of Allah, which pegs us firmly, it gives us that opportunity by which to live in a state of tranquility. There's a beautiful hadith I will end with, and I'll talk about it tomorrow, inshallah. Imam alayhi wasalam says in Najul Balagha, this is about the Holy Quran. That's why I want it to be so important for us. The blessed Imam was a walking, talking Quran up to that extent that every angle of the Quran in spirit, in movement, was Imam Ali alayhi salam. A king, a leader, a khalifa, Mawla. The Prophet says, Man kuntum Mawla, hadha Aliyun Mawla. This is how important Imam Ali is, because the Prophet elevated him to that status, because Allah elevated him to that status. Imam Ali says, know that anyone who possesses the Holy Quran will not require anything else. And whoever is deprived of it will never be free from want. You will have an insatiable desire of this world, and you will never be happy. You will just devour the world, and you will never be happy. Speaking from the heart, sisters and brothers, please, let's work towards this level of tranquility. We will talk, inshallah, in a few nights about zuhud. Zuhud, a person who has a lot of wealth, but no attachment to it. How do they get it? A person who is a multi-millionaire, and Allah lets him come. And he drops everything and he comes towards Allah. Never looks back and says, but my money, my house? No. Zahid, as they say, an arif. A person who Allah has opened curtains for, that they can see the world differently from the rest of the world. An arif is one who is much higher in spirituality, much at peace. He's passing the exam in this world and want to get a high position in the next world. The one Allah said, وَالسَّابِقُونَ السَّابِقُونَ أُولَٰئِكَ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ فِي جَنَّاتِ النَّعِيمِ. The foremost of the foremost. Brothers and sisters, I don't think this ayah came for the companions of the Prophet only. It's for you and me. Allah says, وَالسَّابِقُونَ السَّابِقُونَ. Don't say, oh, them. No. Say, inshallah, me. What? Who stopped us from this potential? When we say, inshallah, me, what me? Who stopped us? Okay? Ali says, by means of the Holy Quran, you will be healed with sicknesses of your heart. And you will strengthen yourself through it while confronting hardships. This world is a world of hardships, brothers and sisters. Hazrat Luqman said to his son, وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا أَصَابَكَ إِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. Be patient. This is a difficult task. It's hard. People will cheat you. They will rob you. They will lie to you. They will put on facades. They will fool you. Are you going to join them? Are you going to become like one of them? Or are you going to hold back? And are you going to fight this the way Ahlul Bayt fought? He says, it will help you because it contains the cure for the most severe diseases. Quran, Imam Ali said, namely, blasphemy, hypocrisy, and deviations. The Quran will take you away from it. So, brothers and sisters, we talk great about the Quran, but in my life, there are many people I see, and I'm being positive about this nonetheless, there are many people I see who don't even know a few verses of the Quran, can't even recite them, who can't even explain it, who can't even talk about it. It's not an excuse. I'm sorry. Spend the nights of Laylatul Qadr, asking Allah to give us the strength to become His servants at the level that you can utter a few verses. And a few verses cures the heart and also cures the one who hears. I tell you, many people say to me, they come to me and they said, brother, your most powerful lectures are the ones when you just keep throwing verse after verse of the Quran. People have told me consistently, they say the most powerful lectures we have ever heard you present is when you keep uttering verse after verse. I said, why? Because shifa. There's something about Allah's verses that when I use verses, even in Christian circles, in non-Muslim circles, they're impressed with the lecture. They don't understand what I just recited. I describe it to them after, but they say, whatever it is very strong. But why not fortify ourselves? Don't we want strength? Don't we want purity? Don't we want tranquility? Everybody nods. And let's take it. Let's get it. And let's move on with it. And let's not give ourselves lip service. I will keep saying it. I will keep saying it until I die. And I keep saying it because I am saying it to myself the most. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Aliyu ya Azim. Ya Khuru ya Rahim. أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء والسميع البصير وهذا شهر عزمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه عليه وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر حياض المن ولا يمن عليك. من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار فمن تمن علي، وأخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وآخر الدعوة الحمد لله رب العالمين، والسلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته.